Salut! Learning French can be very frustrating at times. You're trying to speak French with the ease and confidence you can get, and then the language throws a curveball at you. Like, this verb is actually irregular, or these letters are actually silent, or some other tricky expression like that. We have so many in French. Does this mean that you're just a terrible learner? No! As we're going to see together now, these kinds of difficulties happen at every level. They don't always make sense and they're confusing often, even to native speakers. The point is, you're going to make mistakes in French, and it's fine. It doesn't mean that you can't speak well, it doesn't mean that you can't be understood clearly, and it doesn't mean that you can't get better. There's just a deep, deep well of tricky French rules and fascinating exceptions. You could try to master them all, or you can see them as opportunities to accept your mistakes and just keep going. I'm Géraldine. Bienvenue sur Comme une Française TV. Sound French even to the French. Let's dive in.
Le genre grammatical. That's the first big one. Le genre grammatical. It's obviously one of the major difficulties for French learners, especially from English-speaking countries. You have to know, for instance, that une table is feminine, while un bureau, a desk, is masculine. Or that we say une plage, a beach, but un nuage, a cloud.
These are things that might seem difficult to learn at first, but you will get better with practice. And as you listen to natural, everyday French conversations or watch French movies, etc., it will finally come more naturally to you. The really difficult part, if you're a bit more advanced, is that when native French speakers make the mistake themselves, you don't know what is true. For example, a common mistake is une espèce. It drives me a bit crazy. Une espèce, a species or a kind of, is feminine no matter what. But some people make the mistake. For example, instead of saying avec l'addition, la serveuse nous a apporté une espèce de cocktail étrange, avec l'addition, la serveuse nous a apporté une espèce de cocktail étrange, they say un espèce because cocktail is masculine, but that's wrong. It means with the beer, the waitress brought us some kind of rare cocktail, by the way. But again, un espèce, une espèce is a massive mistake lots of people make, and I hate it. Also, a common mistake is when the words are not that well used in common speech, but it's not words you use a lot. For example, we say une sphère, it's a sphere, and un planisphère, it's a world map. Une sphère, un planisphère, I know it's weird. Also, a very, very common mistake happens when the rules are very strange. For example, a few French words change gender between their masculine singular and then feminine plural. But again, this is more for advanced students. For example, we say un orgue, an organ, but it becomes feminine in plural. For example, we say des grandes orgues, a great church organ. Yes, that's crazy. Une orgue, des grandes orgues. Also l'amour, love is masculine. We say le grand amour, the great love. But we say de belles amours, beautiful loves. It becomes feminine in the plural. The last one is le délice, delight. We say un vrai délice, a real delight, un vrai délice. But it becomes feminine in the plural. We say de pur délice, pure pleasures. And yes, it's feminine. These are all poetic words, by the way, so we don't use them a lot, which means that you might miss the subtlety, and that's absolutely fine. Yet it's funny because it's one of the standard grammatical weirdnesses that we hear a lot about in school and quiz shows. So you can use them to sound more clever than your neighbor, but it's not used a lot. The second one is la conjugaison. La conjugaison. It's also a great obstacle to speaking French with confidence. You've heard probably about les verbes irréguliers, irregular verbs, or le présent, le présent conjugation table, or le passé simple as well, le passé simple, le simple past one. There are ways to make everything simpler, by the way. For example, just use le passé composé. You don't need le passé simple in everyday speech, it's only in books. But the real difficulties in conjugations lie in exactly what you don't need in everyday speech. Fascinating riddles such as, how can I use the subjonctif imparfait? Well, the easiest answer is don't. But it's a challenge you might want to dive in one day, maybe later. But right now, you don't need it. A simple, subtle difficulty is the difference between le conditionnel, and le futur simple, le futur simple. This can be quite tricky and is useful at an intermediate level. Why? Because the conditional is actually used in everyday speech. For example, je serais toi, je prendrais le train. Je serais toi, je prendrais le train. If I were you, I would take the train. The future tense sounds very, very close to it, especially when used in the first person, but there's no S at the end. For example, demain, je serai prêt pour le voyage. Demain, je serai prêt pour le voyage. Tomorrow, I will be ready for my trip. So you see, these two tenses are quite difficult to master. The most hardcore level of conjugation difficulty come from a few, especially irregular verbs though. Even native French people don't know their conjugation that well. I don't. For example, bouillir, bouillir, to boil. You can look this one out. Coudre, coudre, to sew. Résoudre, résoudre, to solve. That's where your old French textbook can come in handy. I will also give you the link to a great online tool for conjugation resources. You can find it on communefrancaise.com on the episode page. Finally, la prononciation. La prononciation. It has its own tricks to confuse us. Of course, some words are just difficult to pronounce for beginners. Things like une bouilloire, for example, une bouilloire, or la serrurerie, the locksmith shop. Try them both if you dare, but it's okay because it's difficult for you. More deviously, some words can have the same spelling, but different pronunciation. Yes, I know. It's difficult. A well-known example is les fils du voisin. Les fils du voisin, the neighbor's son, and les fils du tapis, les fils du tapis, the threads of the carpet. Also, several verbs share a spelling with a noun or an adjective that has a very different meaning and pronunciation. For instance, il est violent. Il est violent. He's violent. But il viole les règles. Il viole les règles. They're violating the rules. You see? Il est violent. Il viole les règles. It's the same word. It looks the same, but it doesn't sound the same. Or even my favorite one, les poules couvent souvent au couvent. Les poules couvent souvent au couvent. The hens often hatch eggs in the convent. And you can find this phrase in Amélie Poulain. Yes, it's one of the examples the dad is teaching his daughter. Le couvent is a convent, but the verb couver means to hatch eggs. Yeah, that's hard for me to say. The pronunciation depends on the context and the sentence grammar. Finally, there are some other French words that are just weird and may some good trivia questions for language geeks, such as le trappeur a vérifié c'est là. Le trappeur a vérifié c'est là. The trapper checked his traps. Un lac is a lake with water. Des lacs are lakes, but des la with a silent C are traps made with nets and nooses. And they will catch anyone out who tries to make sense of the French language. After all, French isn't a set of rules. It's a maze where it's a delight to get lost and wander around in. So go on and don't worry about making mistakes. We all do. I do lots of mistakes in English. Et toi, what is the most difficult element of French for you? Tell me in French in the comment section below the video. I would love to hear from you. On my blog, I read all the comments and answer all your questions as well. If you're on YouTube, I highly recommend you subscribe to the channel. And if you want more, subscribe to my mini course, Everyday French Crash Course. It's a free 10-day course to sound French, even to the French, with exclusive lessons such as how to agree in French in a way that we actually use, and many, many other lessons. It's super easy to join. Leave me your first name and your email and you will receive lesson 1 immediately. And it's free. Merci for watching Comme une Française TV, Sound French, even to the French. Allez, salut!